You can't compare the sanctification of a life where you have time to read and reflect and journal and feel spiritual with the rough and tumble life of living your faith with a bunch of little people who are in your way and in your space and challenging you. One thing that surprised me the most about parenting little children and that transition from being a single woman to being a married woman to being a mother of 4 kids pretty quickly was what felt like a shocking realization that I used to be much more godly than I am right now. Because right now I'm being fussy, I'm being angry with people, I'm having all of these things that I thought I really had the victory over were suddenly coming back in my life with a vengeance. And this is something I've heard from many other mothers. Well, the reality is you can't compare the sanctification of a life where you have time to read and reflect and journal and feel spiritual with the rough and tumble life of living your faith with a bunch of little people who are in your way and in your space and challenging you. But one of the things you have to keep your eye on is that God disciplines those he loves. This is a gift that it's bringing things to light. It's not that you're less godly. It's that you weren't in nearly as refining of a situation before. When you are single, when you are just going about your own life, people are not constantly imposing on your space, on your body, on your mental energy, on your emotions. And you realize that you actually never really had that much of a grip on these things. Many Christian women are discouraged by the realization that they aren't capable of doing these things without falling into sin. Instead of thinking, what a blessing that God is bringing this to light in my life. What a blessing that I have gotten into a situation that is revealing all of these things in myself that need to be dealt with. As far as that goes, sometimes we just absorb this idea that the less you're sinning, the more godly you are. Well, if you can be in a situation that's never challenging, you don't necessarily get tempted into sinning in those situations. So accept the fact that your more raucous lifestyle, this different situation, is God refining you. And think of that as it's what it is. It's a gift. It's a blessing. And receive it cheerfully. Receive it cheerfully that you find out that you actually aren't that great at controlling your temper. And ask the Lord to give you strength for it. Be quickly repentant when you see those things. Instead of painting a miserable big picture of how you're sliding away into apostasy because you're more grumpy now than you used to be, think instead of God is refining you. This is a gift, and receive it that way from him. Have the faith to receive the knowledge of your own sin as a blessing and a gift.